5 to 12 on a Sunday. You know, if they want to go on about speeding and catching people for the safety of others, why don't they park their ass there on a weekday? You know, that's where there's a lot of traffic. Weekdays, right at school times, that's when they need the safety. That's when people countlessly get killed. In fact, right here, where I'm pulled over and stopped, opposite where I'm pulling in now, is where a grandmother of one of the kids at school got killed in December last year, early December last year, I believe. May have been late November. But it was, I actually filmed the police attending that one as well. So, yeah. We've, at this intersection here, which is the intersection of Muriwai Road and Highway 16. This is in pardon me. Where is he opening? To be continued. Okay. So as I was saying, people, this intersection here, okay, you can see how high this little intersection here rises up off the ground. When I first came to this district from this area about 15 years ago, and even back then, I had heard whispers from the neighbour who worked for, or his employer was one of the council members. And there was chat back then, 15 years ago, about there needing to be a roundabout here at this intersection. It's a dangerous intersection. There is a main school with over 800 students, and bear in mind this is 5 minutes drive away from good old Prime Minister John Key's electorate office in Kumeu. Okay, so you know, I know of personally at least 2 people that have died or seriously been injured by a nasty crash here. I'm sure there has been a lot more. The throughput there on Highway 16 are doing 70, and the people coming out of that intersection there are coming out of a 50 into a 70 area. So yeah, you decide. I mean, there's speed cameras there again. This is the 5th speed camera that I've personally recorded in the last 5 to 6 weeks in and around, you know, this intersection. And if they want to go on about it's for keeping speed down and saving lives and all that sort of jazz, okay, cool. Then be there on a school day when every man and his dog and children and parents who are confused, quite frankly, as to how to drive, and some obey, some don't. Who cares? You know, if they want to start saving people's lives and go on about, you know, for safety's sake, and that's why there's, you know, cameras there, then by all means be there on a weekday when my kids need their safety. Parking there on a weekend, Saturday or Sunday. This is a main thoroughfare down that road there to Muriwai Beach. Coming into summer, I expect they're going to be parked there more and more. And again, they will leave the vehicle, they'll leave it unattended. There'll be no one in those vehicles. So, you know, just from my personal experience, at one day I know they made at least $2,100 at $30 a ticket minimum. So, yeah, I don't know. You guys decide. I just get ticked off I was cruising to go to the hardware store, which isn't open, to replace a part I got yesterday because I'm fixing plumbing in a house. Everything was dandy. Most people on the weekends along here drive along quite coastally. I mean, this is a happy-going place. I've had other friends of mine, however, say that the road of Muriwai Road going to the beach is one of the heavily recorded accident areas in all of Auckland region, and if that be the case, okay. That just means that it's a heavily, driven place, and I haven't researched it. I don't want to. I don't care. As far as that's concerned, everyone's responsible for their own actions, and if you can't get behind a vehicle and drive safely, uninebriated, of your own accord, and obey common law and cause no harm or loss to anyone else, then bully to you. You've got the right to travel. You want to get your driver's license and be open to be raped and pillaged, which is what licentious, which is where the word license comes from, means, then go for it. If next time I ever get asked if I have a driver's license again, and I've done this in the past, I'll ask them, first of all, if you could please identify yourself, and secondly, do they have proof of authority, and do they have proof of their claim? And they can ask me for my driver's license, but I'm not obliged to answer their questions. I don't have a driver's license. My artificial person does, that my natural person registered for and submitted an application for. Back then, of course, you've got to think about it that even though you're submitting or applying for registration in some fashion and giving up your or entering into a contract, all of it is done via non-disclosure. You're not being told of all of the obligations, and you're not getting full disclosure of anything, so therefore the contract's null and void anyway. So and claiming to be the name is created by the Crown. They own it. You're actually committing fraud if you say you are a last name. You can be of the family, or commonly known as, or also known as. I mean, I'm known as Dad mainly. Or the most people in my life surrounding me call me Dad, because I've got 3 kids and 1 wife. So yeah, I'm referred to most of the time as Dad, commonly known as Dad. And yeah. Anyway, end of my rant. I'm going to go home, see if I can fix some more plumbing, get some more storage water sorted out. Leave you to it. Have a good day, guys. Here's a good example here. Here's this guy here down the road, trying to cross the road with his wife and a baby in a pram. He's already gone halfway out across that lane and had to pull back because one car overpassed another car that was turning down Muriwai Road. Right, now we've got another car stopped. See, we've got one lady that's managed to go past, this other guy trying to. It's ridiculous. So even me got caught out there by that one. This one I won't. Go. It's ridiculous. And look at all these traffic, all sitting here on a Sunday because the council, Auckland Regional Council, whoever you want to call them, can't get their arse into gear and decide whether or not to put a roundabout there. I have known, like I say, from 15 years ago, that roundabout's supposed to be dropped there. The ground was apparently supposed to have been dropped about a metre, and there's supposed to be a roundabout place there, none of which has ever happened. So yeah, you guys decide. There's our bully boy speaker. I wonder if it's the same